Kia ora, and welcome back to the baldest, whitest podcast on Nexus Media's roster. As always, I'm your host, Oliver, recent bald man, convertee, and as always, I'm joined by my brother and recent friend, convertee, Lamdoon.
Kia ora. What's up?
Yeah, leave the te reo to me, maybe, you know, if you're going to put a voice on it.
It's just my soul
Oh.
leaking out.
Holy shit. What have we got here?
Well, hello. How is everyone? It's good to be here.
It's good to have you back, man.
It's finally about time that this niche market of white men is getting cornered again. It's so good for just white guys being like, here's some stuff about video games and sports.
That was during our hiatus. I went through all our old videos and it created this nostalgia and it made me very keen and eager to get back into it. But I did note how awfully generic we are.
I just want to start this episode by saying, Oliver, I like your style. Cam, I think you're handsome. Stien, I reckon you're cool. Jordan.
Jerry's out.
What?
The jury's still out for Jordan.
No, I just like Jordan as a person.
Oh,
And I'm all right, I guess.
Yeah, you're fine. Maybe like a cookie and cream ice cream. Definitely not the best, but not like vanilla.
Cookie and cream was my favorite growing up. That's fucked.
should we talk about the mustached elephant in the room? Where the hell have you been?
I'm in crippling debt, bro. I made some bad investments. I thought, like, you know how record players are like on the up. So I bought over $5,000 worth of VHS tapes from like old blockbusters and stuff.
You thought that was going to be the next thing?
Yeah, I thought that was gonna pop, bro. Like the retro boom, and it has not. And and my restraining order's been lifted, so I'm allowed back in the stew.
Well, that's really exciting because it just didn't feel the same without you. And for viewers, lovers of the pod, we're going to try to get Cam in as much as we possibly can. But despite all those things he's overcome, he's still trying to set a lot of Guinness World Records at the moment. And
Yeah.
it takes up a lot of his time.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm trying to do like the fastest hopscotch pogo jump, but it's so fucking hard. I can't pogo jump, so I should learn that first. But I can't do shit, but I'm trying.
Aren't you also training for World Cup stacking comp?
Yeah. Like that.
Just like that.
It's like muscle memory.
I don't know. You're the one training, bro. I don't know.
He's got potential.
Yeah, it's like wipe on, wipe off vibes.
Before we jump into the meat of today's pod, Cam, is there anything you want to get off your chest?
Thick as Disney moms or something else? Yeah, well, I mainly came on here for one reason and one reason only. I know that you guys try not to use your phones, but I guess like I felt pretty aggrieved by the fucking horrible judging from last season, and so I just made these, and like I'll try and sprinkle them in there every now and then, but I'm trying to tick them off as well. So I've got like a little to-do list here of Stienis the micro penis, the Steinish Declaration of Independence, penis, Steinlager. That one's ultra god tier. The Dutch confection. Turned out he's fucking Belgian, so Brussels sprout is now in there, I guess. Butthole ointment. That one needs workshopping. The sleepwalking nutcracker, the Dutch giant, I guess now Belgian giant, the Antwerp giant maybe. Pinocchio's mistress, beaver nuts, the satanic warmonger. Angel Boy, the lean green steining machine, Steenie in a bottle, Queen Steen, the clean green bean, other things that rhyme with Steen, the Tahitian pineapple, and the crimson jizz stain. So
I like Stien.
I'm just gonna
personally.
Yeah, I'm just gonna workshop those in. Literally, the only reason I'm here is get my type 5.
Beaver nuts is unreal. Well, welcome into the show, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new,
And Elastigirl is the thickest Disney mom. Unless it's Aunt Fanny from Robots, but I'm pretty sure that's not Disney.
it's like the first and second overall pick. Like, right? Like, who are we kidding?
Yeah, that's
Liam,
that's
anyone?
Wimby.
Anyone scratching the top 3?
The mum from Big Hero 6.
Yeah, that's
That's the auntie.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
the mum's dead.
Your mom type character.
Yeah.
If you're new to the show, we're called Mates and Takes because we're mostly mates and we give our takes on a new topic every week. This week is games.
We also take the piss.
No, we don't.
Nice.
No,
That's
we
so
actually
good.
don't.
No, okay, yeah, no, good.
Did you come up with that like off air?
That was freestyle. That was.
Off the top.
Lyrical genius with a Steenish penis.
Now, perhaps the topic games seems fairly broad, and I think that's the point.
Yeah. Keep it broad. Keep it
So,
wacky.
so I suppose like you mentioned Tiggy.
Yeah. Tiggy. But then also
It's a
like
game.
like manipulation, like gaslighting, that's a mind game. So it
Yep.
could be any just to be clear, I'm not gonna put that in, but like that could be one or
You're absolutely right. There's a lot of possibilities, so this should be quite an interesting little debate. Cam, seeing as though you're back from the brink, would you like to kick us off with the third best game of all time?
beer pong.
Oh.
Just a easier way in there. It's a social lubricant. It's for like, it is a narrow age bracket, I guess. Like probably it's acceptable to play from 18 to 31. Like at a push. It's pretty sad if you're like 31 and you're playing, especially if everyone else is younger. But I think it's amazing because first of all, it's so good for like guys who are not conversationalists. And they can come out there, you can like groom your like trash talk. It's perfect for like either flirting with the opponent or flirting with your teammate. And it's just like if you get a trick shot, like you talk about that for like, what's your best trick shot? You've had a trick shot. You know that you remember one, surely.
Yeah, I've done like we were playing in like kind of a narrow hallway, and it was like off the top of this archway, and it might have been to win the game.
Yeah, of course it was. And like everyone applauded and stuff. And
Oh, people passed out from cheering.
And I want to know, do you guys do the beer in the cup or do you do water in the cup and then...
I feel like the beer in the cup was quite a traditional, whereas now people have moved away from like sticky cups, and it's
Yeah.
like the modern game.
the post-COVID era, you're not allowed to have like your ping pong and fluids and stuff. I've done both.
Oh, for sure.
Not mixed, not water and beer. but-
I always did beer in the cup growing up and then saw the water and I was like, that...
Yeah, what happened?
way
That
better.
just one day happened. Eh? Like we should investigate who was the person who. Like that's just one person did that once.
There just would have been a host that would have always had beer pong at their house, and they went, I'm fucking sick of cleaning all the sticky beer up. Holy shit, just put water in it and drink from your drink.
Yeah, definitely.
But I will say this, there is nothing more exhilarating than drinking your drink out of a beer pong cup and having to down it.
Oh, for sure.
There's also no like grey area as to how much you're drinking.
Yeah,
The rules are there. Are you guys good at beer pong?
I'm like spotty.
Yeah, I'm like J.R. Smith, kind of like,
You shoot in your own cup.
I'm streaky.
Like you smoke too much weed and fuck things up for your team?
Like you're at college playing golf.
Well, luckily you don't have to call timeouts in beer pong, so I'm safe.
I'd be like Duncan Robinson. Like I'm fire for like one game, and then people are like, I want this guy on my team for like 3 straight years, and everyone's trying to get me off their contract now.
Yeah, as soon as you get signed to a big beer pong contract, you fuck out.
World Series of beer pong, the winner gets $50,000. Happens annually. It was invented in Dartmouth in like the 1950s in America, and then it kind of like went across. And then I thought this was kind of fucked up, but they first called it Beirut, and that was because like Beirut, the capital of, I apologize, somewhere in the Middle East. It was just getting bombed at the time.
Turkey, is it?
No, that's Islamabad. No, Ankara. But yeah, they called it Beirut because it was mortar strikes. So
That's fucked.
good. Whoever's the head of PR there, and they're like, let's get it to beer pong. It's a good play.
Good shift. It's a fantastic game. I must admit I don't play it as much anymore because I'm nearing the end of your age bracket. But I'm always happy to see the table set out. It's fucking sick, man. I'll have a go. Liam, what do you think of that for a game?
Yeah, it's all good.
Well put. What's your number?
It's number threes, guys. Come on,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we're
exactly.
building to something. Yeah.
What's your number 3, Liam?
Me or Liam?
No, I don't even know if you're gonna get a pick. I think Liam and I are just gonna trade back.
Are we gonna
and
go?
forth. You can mediate.
No, I'll go in the middle.
Okay.
I'll go. Or did you want to go?
No, you go.
Yeah, makes sense. We'll get mixed up otherwise.
Sorry, host.
So our topic was games. So also you can have games, as in my number 3, which is mini clip games.
Oh yeah.
Just a god tier Windows XP era website. Really, I think in the grand scheme of things, the best to ever do it in terms of free online games. I mean, if you just for a second think about the catalog they used to have, they hosted Club Penguin, RuneScape, Bush Shootout, Bush Royal Rumble, Bubble Trouble. Jesus Christ, man. Like, we're talking about one of the better websites overall. It's probably right up there with Ask Jeeves.
And Bing.
I will say it's iconic for the early internet era of free online games.
It's huge, and you take back
Ishko.
you take yourself back to ICT, and when the teacher leaves the room, everyone quickly switches over to Miniclip, and you have a LAN party, and it was like the first taste of a LAN party back before you could really play online. It's the third best games of all time.
Didn't you tell me that you were playing Miniclip at an internet cafe with Liam Messon once?
It wasn't Miniclip.
Yeah,
It was Warcraft 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
Back when
nowhere near as
Dota
cool.
was like a mod game on Warcraft 3.
So you and Liam
Those were
Messon
the
just
days.
club penguining it up.
All random easy mode. Shout out to Eben.
Did you play Habbo Hotel? Is that a thing?
Little bit.
Yeah,
I
that
know
was
my
a
cousin.
That was a big. That
Is
was a
that
big
on
thing.
Miniclip?
I don't know.
No.
I think it was its own thing.
Yeah. I never got that. Like, I didn't know what you did. You just sort of walked around. It was like a chat room,
Nah,
right?
It's
Kind
like
of?
an early variation of like Sims, pretty much.
Yeah.
You want to just like hang out, but also like kind of build a house.
Those games also like Neopets I got into, but I was also like, what the fuck am I doing here? I know that I'm like leveling up a pet, but like, what the fuck kind of stuff am I having to do for this?
That era of gaming, it kind of like games, like in that regard, kind of feels like they were sort of testing the waters to see what kids get addicted to. Like, they just chuck out like, oh, what do you think of a Lord of the Rings RuneScape? Okay, you get addicted to that. What do you think about cute penguins? Okay, you get addicted to that. And they were just seeing like what the, all the frequencies they can
building
hack these
data.
kids' brains, and now it's Minecraft, like
Yeah, now they've destroyed us with
now they've just fucking
Minecraft
nailed
and
the code.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Pretty mean, eh?
Yeah, pretty mean.
Well, what the fuck is your number 3? Because apparently number 3s don't even matter to you. So just do your little throwaway.
My number 3, chess.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't ask this at the start. And forget we know each other's picks. Do we think there's going to be any overlap?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because you're fucking weirdo.
I think there's going to be overlay.
Okay. Cool.
So one of the oldest games in history, chess. That adds to a lot of a mark for this number 3. Grants you an increased intelligence buff. That's real. Females find you more attractive.
This is so good because
That's also real.
I've played 9,647 games of chess in the last 2 years.
See? And Cam's extremely smart.
14,000 puzzles. Jesus Christ,
So
that's depressing.
yeah, that's my number 3.
I play a quick game.
Chess is like a fucking sick game.
I'm just gonna play a quick game.
No, don't. You need to concentrate.
That'd be cool. Yeah, it's amazing. It's really good. Did you know Mark Hunt is 2,000 ELO? ELO is the rating for like chess. So the best player in the world is 2,780, I think. Magnus Carlsen. And Mark Hunt, former UFC fighter Mark Hunt from New Zealand / Australia, is 2,000 ELO.
What's your elo?
What the fuck?
For almost 1,400.
Solid. What's Noyans?
Less than that by not much. It might also be more
Less
than
than
that,
that.
not much.
You know, Nyan tunes into every episode, right? So just be very fucking
Yeah,
careful.
but he's not on the fucking couch. I can say what I want.
Did you guys hear about that? The like scandal about the guy like trying to.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on.
I'm all over that, bro. I'm all over that. What do you need? I know every detail in that story.
Could
Can you give us a brief
Yeah, give us
overview
a
of
brief.
This 19-year-old kid who had the fastest rise in rating, like basically ever from America. Very weird dude. He's born in America, raised in America, and every now and then he adopts a European accent in his interviews. It's inconsistent. His name's Hans Niemann. He played a game against arguably the greatest chess player of all time, Magnus Carlsen, and he just absolutely annihilated him. And then like a few weeks later, he played him again, and then Magnus withdrew from the tournament the day after, very suspicious. Suspicions have been arising prior to that Hans had been cheating a lot, but no one could prove how. And now there's what's it called? Allegation, conspiracy that he had hooked up a sex toy via Bluetooth to vibrate to a chess computer, which can, like any chess computer, can annihilate any person. And so there's this belief that he'd set it to vibrate to a certain frequency, I guess, and he
So
could
he was
interpret or translate that to the moves he should play.
Not that one.
I actually, because I was truly thinking that, like, wouldn't there be something around, like, just physiological response? Like, if something's up your ass and it's vibrating, like, you're gonna do something. You're not just gonna, like, if none of us have something up our ass right now, and you can tell because we're just kind of not, well, I would hope. Oliver's oddly quiet, but, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the allegation, and he has since sued Magnus Carlsen, Chess.com, and Hikaru Nakamura for, I think, $100 million for defamation.
Wasn't that chess.com
Good on 'em.
investigation pretty...
Yeah, pretty
Damning.
comprehensive.
Yeah.
They reckon he's cheated in like over 150 different games. Allegedly, in case Hans Niemann is listening to this podcast.
And how big
Honestly-
is your penis, Cam?
Wrong podcast.
Oh.
When you were describing that whole situation and this chess guy, if I had closed my eyes, could have sworn you were just describing Stien, honestly.
Yeah, the Belgian nutcracker.
It's just like, grew up in a country, adopts random accents, cheats.
Yeah, definitely.
Holy
But
mackerel.
yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy, and like no one's ever like been probably accused of cheating to this level before, so it's a pretty big deal.
That's why chess is such a great game. It's got scandals all amongst it. You'd never think, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
There's fewer grandmasters in the world than billionaires. Chess grandmaster is the hardest title you can get.
Damn. If you could drop everything,
No, I couldn't do it.
no.
It would be impossible. At my age, it would be impossible.
Damn.
So fucking hard.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
F.
Right. Decent first round with some number threes. I think we can all agree I won that one. But let's move on to number 2. Cam, what's the second best game of all time?
Paper, scissors, rock. PSR to the fan.
I reckon this motherfucker's got it in his.
Yeah, that's because I do. As my number 2.
Oh,
It's so
Well,
good.
Do you think we have any overlap? Yeah, that's what we do.
the floor is yours, gentlemen. Make the
Yeah,
case.
you make the case. You go.
Okay, fuck. What have I got written down here?
I kind of steamrolled your.
Oh, no, I'll read his bullet points. Paper, scissors, rock.
I've got highest level of mental warfare. When you're like scissors, 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 rock.
Oh, well, now we know your fucking paper, scissors, rock strategy.
It's one of the easiest games, like kids can play it.
That's true.
Cam, let's go like point for point.
Yeah, I mean, like, speaking of saying that's your strategy, there's a World Series of paper, scissors, rock competition, and there's eight agreed upon meta builds. So there's like, there's the avalanche, the boulder, the wild card, and like, I can't remember the specifics, but basically the boulder is like rock, paper, scissors, rock, or some shit like that. Like, it's like a DDR dance game. Yeah. But 8 different strategies. It's a 1 in 3.
Yeah. It extrapolates, man. It extrapolates. I guess it's the best out of 5 or something.
I love people who have like taken pretty shit things and like made their whole life about it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. It's so good. It was invented in China, many believe. In Japan, they've got snake rabbit slug or snake frog slug, which is like index finger, thumb, and pinky. And then that swapped over to paper, scissors, rock. So China's paper, scissors, rock colonized slug, snake, pinky, or whatever
It must be. It must be very old. It must like date way back.
1512.
you know what's interesting about Chinese culture, seeing you mention it, is like when you're counting to 10, you would think in any language that you would just represent. They've got like different things. Like they've got like what they use hand symbols that look like the characters they're saying. So they'll go like that, stuff like that. Yeah.
Wow.
When they were first like trying to figure out what we base our whole like the decimal system around, like decade, it means 10, decagon, whatever. There was a discussion about whether you do 10 because you've got 10 digits or whether you do 12 because you can do the joints. And so you would be able to do more on your hands. So you go like, that's whatever that is, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So you could do 30.
You'd make a really good hand model.
Thanks. Or a podcast producer.
Yeah.
2 shit jobs, fucking useless jobs, scum of society. Honestly, go be a tradie, man. This country's on an employment shortage. Go be a fucking roadman.
We only get paid $17.50.
Cam,
It's $17.50 split hard down the middle.
No.
actually, Stien takes
Stien
more.
gets 10, I get 7.5.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard our conjoined number 2. The fuck's yours?
The second best game of all time is Triple H, The Game. One of the greatest WWE wrestlers of all time. Nicknamed The Game because he's not just the best in the game, he is the game itself. He's a 9-time WWE champion, a 5-time heavyweight champion, a 5-time Intercontinental champion, a 2-time Royal Rumble champion, one in 2002, one in 2016, 14 years apart. The longevity. Insane. Used to walk to the ring and then whip his hair back and spit water out. And he's also a huge fan of West Ham United, which is a football team, and football's the beautiful game.
You know what I love about wrestling is like somehow my Instagram For You page or whatever got.
Nah, not somehow.
What do you mean? Not somehow.
No, they know it. They know you. They know you better than you know yourself.
I didn't go searching this shit up. Anyway, WWE content comes on. Of course, I'm going to look at it. It's on my For You page. And it's just like best WWE entrances, and say whatever you want about the sport, but it is so entertaining. Like it is so creative and entertaining with the storylines they come up with and how people like come back from the dead and shit like that.
What does the H stand for?
No idea.
Oh, it's like his
Ha ha ha.
I know it's like Hunter Helmsley something. It's like his
Wow.
name.
Heathcliff.
You know,
You're fixating on the wrong name.
it's the game.
You
you
wearing
know-
an Arsenal shirt right now, talking about West Ham, who are your London rivals, is dog shit. Disgusting.
I don't support West Ham. I'm just
Yeah,
talking
I know,
about
but you
Triple H, the
can't
game.
say that's a selling point on him. If anything, for you as an Arsenal fan, that should be a bad thing for him.
It's just game recognized game.
Stone Cold Steve Austin loves the WNBA Las Vegas Sparks.
What?
That doesn't make him cool.
What?
Yeah, that's Stone Cold Steve Austin's thing. He says, what?
What? That's from Abe's Odyssey.
Who's the best wrestler turned actor?
Well, it's The Rock.
John Cena.
Dave Bautista, I would say.
Oh, if we're talking about success, it's The Rock, right?
Is it? Oh, like money. Money.
Yeah. Like you want to go like,
You know Triple H is like the Vince McMahon now?
yeah, he's like chief content officer or something, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that means.
Did Vince McMahon get in a bit of hot water?
I think he's just a general piece of shit. Or at least he played a piece of shit. But then you start to find out that
the acting on that is so good.
Yeah,
you can't tell.
No, but it's like usually they would just kind of play a version of themselves a lot of the time.
I love the reason what Triple H gave for stopping wrestling, stopping competing. He's like, oh yeah, I was having like health problems. It's like, yeah, from all the steroids you're taking, and he's like, no, just heart problems, just general heart problems.
Getting hit in the head with a ladder every 6 months.
Yeah, so Triple H, second best game of all time.
If your first one is The Game, the rapper,
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
It crossed my mind, but he's actually a shitty ass dude.
yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, woke up the next morning, mum had stole his bike.
I guess, yeah. How could you not be a shitty dude if that happened to you?
Yeah, hate it or love it.
It was wild. I feel like that was his first mainstream break, but he was calling himself Rap's MVP. Had he done stuff to acquire that title? Surely not. That was way early in his career.
I don't know. Rap's not usually like, it's not common that you'd find like someone in rap being real arrogant and braggadocious. So that is weird. Usually they're very humble
I think he did
dudes.
mixtapes and shit.
Yeah.
He did mixtapes.
Yeah, he did mixtapes and shit. And he was like down with G Unit and shit. And then there was big beef between him and
There
Fiddy.
was big beef.
Big beef between him and Fiddy.
And we had to, that's why I had to drop him from the pot.
Yeah, big beef.
Petty shit. Wow. Oh my gosh. We're ready for our top dogs. This is very exciting.
Also me.
Well, it is.
Oh.
How did you guys feel like the second round went? I feel like, once again, slam dunk in my favor.
Oh,
feel
bro,
like
Paper, Scissors, Rock has been around for 700 years. You picked a fucking dude who's like got a long hair bald somehow. Loser.
No, you're thinking of Shawn Michaels, I think.
I don't even know who I'm thinking of. I stopped listening like 45 minutes ago.
All right, Cam, what?
Candy Crush, bro. Candy Crush. It's the greatest game of all time.
You were messaging me and you're like, yeah, I got my number one already loaded. And I thought, God, it's better be good.
Candy Crush cornered the market of 35-plus-year-old mums. 2.5 billion downloads, worth $7.5 billion. 2.5 billion downloads, by the way, more than Modern Warfare or Call of Duty, FIFA, and Grand Theft Auto combined. Candy Crush has had more downloads than those three games combined. Every single one of those games, not just FIFA 22 plus GTA 5, all of the GTAs, all of the FIFAs, all of the whatever the other one I said was, combined is fewer downloads than Candy Crush Saga.
Yes.
Not the other shit. Candy
suck
Crush.
your mom.
And it's all it's all just like straight up hacking your brain for dopamine. It's just getting mums who like driving to school, dropping their kids off, taking a shit, and then they're like 3 lollipops. 3 emerald lollipops.
What's better than shitting on the company time, eh? Like, honestly, swear to God, though.
Leveling up on Candy Crush while shitting on company time.
I feel like
getting paid to take a shit.
I've trained my body now and it's backfired on me to take really long constipated shits because I would spend so much time on the toilet
Playing Candy Crush.
at work. It's destroyed my insides.
That's time theft. Akumahi, look into this, man. That's time theft. He's on like 1750.
Do we... I like the numbers. It's just a shit game though.
But it's like the simplest game.
Yeah,
it's much like Paper, Scissors, Rock has 3 outcomes. This game is purely based on random luck. Like there is no strategy or anything like that involved. It is literally just your brain is like addicted. It's the developers literally tried to addict your brain to bright colors of sweet treats. So your brain is like neurochemically wired to being rewarded to those things. Because ever since we were kids, I mean, like billions of years, millions of years, whatever it is, we've been wired to look for sweet things in the jungle and then the foraging and all berries and shit. And so our brains think that's like literally makes the connection that that's candy. If it wasn't Candy Crush, it wouldn't be as popular. It's marketing genius. It's disgusting. It's marketing genius. They took one market that name a single game that a 35-year-old mum is like, I love that. Like NHL.
Weed farm on Facebook.
They're marketing
Touche.
geniuses. Marketing geniuses. Candy Crush, greatest game of all time.
It's I feel like
No, you make an excellent case for that.
Yeah. Candy Crush is like it gives you the same satisfaction as like scraping off a bit of like grit off a dish or something. You get it and you're like, and it breaks. You're like,
I wish I could have infinite levels of this grit, just over and over and over again.
no, but it's like getting the grit without having to physically do anything for it. Do you play Candy Crush?
Nah, bro, I'm not a 35-year-old mom. I got a fucking life. That game sucks. But it's objectively the greatest game of all time.
It's almost, and you were so close because it is a video game, but you just the number one best game of all time is actually Wii Sports.
I thought about
Let's just break it down. Fourth highest grossing or fourth best selling game of all time, but the number one best single platform selling game of all time. Only on the Wii. So I think that deserves a little bit of prop. Just consider the soundtrack on this thing. It is insane. Go back and like listen to some music.
Oh, buddy, you're talking to the guy who had a Wii and played Wii Sports a
Sorry.
lot.
Oh, buddy. The soundtrack's incredible. There's a lot of memes that have been birthed from this game. It's like, the bowling one where it's like, nice cock.
Ding, 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 ding.
And it also just got people moving. I looked into the studies. It's like 2% more energy spent versus traditional video games. So in the grand scheme of things, not any kind of substitute for real sport. But it was a change in video games for the better, in my opinion, with a little bit more movement. And it's the best game of all time.
Okay. You know what? When we thought of this, the games topic came up, I immediately thought of iToy, which was the precursor, pretty much the precursor.
PlayStation 2.
Fuck, man. Washing those windows was fun as hell.
You could cheese it out, just get right up to the lens. And
Oh,
just,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going, what was your third pick?
Mini clip.
Oh, yeah. So you're going 2 video games and a computer game. Live in the real world, man.
Yeah,
No,
straight up living
You're
the real
two-
world.
digital, dude. You little,
Unplug, bro.
you little Mr. Robot.
2
fucking
video
emo
games
weeaboo.
and
Much
a
grass,
wrestler. I'm happy with my game sandwich, man.
Yeah, no, all good.
What's the greatest game of all time according to LVD?
Love.
Oh, here comes the notes.
So, greatest game of all time, by far, not even close, Minecraft.
Yeah, I did a bit of looking into that.
I've written down here, greatest masterpiece of this millennium. You're essentially a god. You can create the world around you.
You can, yeah. Cam has a real problem with people that acquire the powers of a god. He
Wow,
hates
that's
it.
a deep cut.
It's created a lot of memes. It's birthed a lot of memes. It's similar as what Oliver's talked about. You've seen the one where like the guy's he's like running. He just is continuously running, and then like people read out like Reddit threads.
Yeah, I have seen that. Isn't that on Temple Run?
I
I've
think
seen it on
they put
Temple
a
Run. Oh, yeah,
bunch of
no.
different shit. Like
Yeah,
they put
yeah,
Subway
yeah.
Surfers.
Yeah.
They put Temple Run. They put like.
I love the memes where it's like they've taken someone like falling over and nailing themselves, and they just have them fall into like lava and just like
Yeah.
And it's like, nice cock.
My personal favorite is they've got Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and Donald,
Donald
Trump playing Minecraft these days.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe. God damn it, Sleepy Joe. I have a personal connection with this game. I used to come home from high school pretty blazed, make like 10 peanut butter and jam sandwiches, and sit down and play this game for like 3 hours.
What would you do on it? I've never played. I
So,
know
like,
what it is.
It
But what
like
would you
has
do?
a storyline. Like you can like you're trying to like, I don't know. I've never played the storyline. All I would ever do is like go on and you just like make a place. Like you break down stuff. You get like the ingredients of that shit once it breaks, and then you can like make other stuff with it. And but that's like
It's just a big open world like crafting game where
You can do
have-
whatever. Eh? People
have
get real
servers.
creative.
everything is like one block, and you can just put down blocks or pick them up, and then like in your inventory you've got this thing, and like let's say you want to make a sword, you go like 4 squares down, 3 squares across, like where the hilt would be on a sword, and it'll make a sword for you.
What's your proudest achievement in a Minecraft world?
Eating 10 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in 2 hours.
No, that's real life. That's real life.
That's
stuff.
real life. Probably like downloading the nuclear bomb mod, and like it just like puts like one TNT, but it's got like the power of like 10,000 TNT, and it just like bricked our family computer.
And you wonder why I've got a problem with people playing God. Bro dropped a nuke in Minecraft.
Bro, that one nuke is like has the power of like 10 lime wires going full blow, fucking downloading like some Dragon Ball Z movies.
What that just makes me think of like back in the day before like, you know, like the internet was what it was. My bro, before he would go on family holiday to like where he had no internet connection, he'd just go on the Pirate Bay and download like 100 of like the best rated porns, like without checking any of them. Would just download like 100 of them. He's like, I gotta like go for like 2 weeks and I need a fair play.
I remember, do you remember when the music download thing first came out and it would be like a 3 strikes? Did you guys ever, do you remember that?
Yeah, it was.
I think it was a
like-
New Zealand thing where
Yeah.
they'd take your IP address and they'd flick it through to you. And so we got a letter in the mail and I had downloaded something off LimeWire and it was the only one thing. So we got our first strike and it was the Rudimental album. And I was like, I gotta change my fucking music taste. If I'm getting messages from like spark.com being like, hey, you downloaded Rudimental illegally, also your taste is shit. What are you doing?
Yeah, awful if you look back and you had
Giving it.
you had a lawsuit against you, and they're like, "Oh, what was it for?" And you have to tell people. Don't worry about it.
It was the game. I was listening to the game. Heaps. Hate it or love it. G Unit, 50 Cent, hardcore shit.
Minecraft.
Yeah, bro.
I did when I was doing the like Wii Sports stuff. I think Minecraft was number 1. Yeah, I think it was. It's like the best selling game of all time.
Yep. And
Multi-
it doesn't even account for like for the whole time that it was pretty much free for the. It still is free.
No,
You can
probably
just-
it probably does count that stuff, but yeah. It's a seriously solid game, and we might actually need to invite in. What is he like being called again? Cam?
Queefburger? No, Satanic Warmonger or something?
Steenie in a bottle.
Steenie in a bottle, that's right.
Stien in a bottle here.
Yo, welcome in.
Steenie in a bottle.
Lean Steen, the green machine, is what I'm now being called in the office.
Hurry up, Steenie, I got somewhere to be.
Oh, I was going to give you the win, but maybe not.
Fuck you, cunt.
Well, I'll take my sweet time now. On today's episode of Cam's an Asshole, we've got aggression. No, just kidding. Anyway, so let's get right into today. First round.
Oh, by the way, Cam, he rates each round, but then overall he can just
Overall
pick a
vibes.
winner.
Yep.
So
Yeah, none of that matters to me.
Yeah.
I won't even listen to this when it comes out. I'm bigger than this. I've got fucking debt. I've got to get these videos. If anyone here wants to buy, what is it, You, Me, and Dupree on VHS, I am selling it at a very reasonable price. Please reach out to me. That's the only reason I am here. Please. Liar, liar. What do you need?
that can be the ad for this episode's.
Yeah, we'll clip that.
Yeah, nice.
Well, going to it, first round, just for Cam here. Ironically, beer pong. I've got a bit of extra help judging here on the side, Cam. So you don't have to worry. There's no bias here. Yes. Beer pong. We're gonna give it to beer pong. Yes. That reason is because when you're younger, would have been mini clip. However, mini clip you used back in the day when you're younger, but you don't carry it on forever. Where beer pong's that game where from 18 to around 30, you just continue to use it
Timeless.
every time in a party. Whereas mini clip, it's like, maybe 8 to 18.
Yeah, if you're
I
18
see.
playing mini clip.
We're kind of put this round's just going down in the gutter. The highbrow stuff just
That's what we care about.
Yeah.
I remember though that when Liam's housewarming, Oliver did actually. There was a massive party and we were all playing beer pong, and we opened up the door and he was just playing mini clip. He downloaded Real Flash Player. He'd figured out a pirated version. He was playing Club Penguin. He was saying swear words to little kids.
Jordan.
Can I just interrupt and say that the beer pong age from 18 to 31 is roughly right, but if you're from a country that isn't quite so strict with its laws, generally we start about 4 years earlier, so it has a bit more of a lifespan.
14.
Does that mean you guys want to rethink your pick?
And doesn't mean your liver has
You know
A
what it
lot of
means?
damage.
It means that we really confirm the pick, and beer pong takes round 1.
Oh, yeah, what am I fucking saying? Yeah,
don't know
just
what's going on.
strengthened it.
yes.
Right, moving on to round 2.
Bleeding.
We have Wii Sports. Oh, sorry, no, WWE. Sorry, mixed up.
Do your job.
We've got hey, shut the fuck up over there. And we've got rock paper scissors, or however you want to call it. Some people actually call it scissors rock paper, which confuses me.
No, you say it like that. 'Cause
That's
No,
fucked.
no, I'm serious. However,
fucked.
it being a tie, and it comes down to the tie. We're gonna pick someone of the tie. We're actually gonna give it to Cam on this, just because his introduction of a different version of however you want to call it. Let's call it now.
Slug, snake, frog.
Yep. Thank you. We'll call that. We're gonna give it to him on that one.
Yes.
However, doesn't mean you're winning yet.
Yes.
Moving on to round 3, unless anyone's got objections on that. No. Okay. Moving on to round 3, our overall, sadly not winner for this episode, goes to Oliver.
Sadly not winner.
We don't. Can we just get to a winner? I don't need to know that I didn't win. Fuck.
Jordan, I think I want to rethink
Before we get
this
to
with-
prom
because of
king,
that.
the ugliest person in the room is...
So it leaves Minecraft versing Candy Crush.
You played Minecraft. I know you did, Stien.
What's Minecraft? I'm just looking at it right now. It's
Not much. What about you?
I don't know. No. And after some deliberation in the back here, we're going to give this one to Cam.
Yes.
This is fucking bullshit.
That's a fucking walkover, bro.
So you're telling me, Stien, if we just disrespect you from the
No,
moment we
no.
walk
Overall, we're giving it. But if I was to pick, which for the third round, which it didn't end up telling you, Minecraft would win.
This is why, bro. I got no...
No, but
He's like
Well,
on
overall,
LSD. I got
Stien's like reverse engineering the judging. So
Right.
what he's saying is Minecraft won that one, but overall you're winning.
Right. I get you now. It's real deconstructed.
this is why
It's
you don't
very
hire
modern.
2 dyslexics on Saturday.
That's why you don't pay them well.
They actually make 71.50.
I would just like to say the win is purely for the fact that Cam was in a manhole 2 weeks ago, and so we feel a bit bad about that, and so we just want to lift his spirits a little.
I mean, that was actually quite nice. The manhole was a lot better than Queenstown and Vegas.
You know what's funny? Chronologically, you're not going to hear about the manhole yet. So, sorry in advance.
Yeah, you've actually.
I'm going back to the manhole.
Can I just ask about your Queenstown trip? How was it?
Terrible.
Yeah, you sent us.
I was truly wondering, are they going to keep calling it Queenstown or does it become Kingstown? Like how it's like King's birthday now.
Fuck.
When you go and see the
Woke
snow.
shit.
Snow
That's some
burn?
woke shit.
I thought it was just because you were there.
Yeah,
'Cause you're a king.
Because you sent us postcards.
Giga Chad.
You had no clothes on. I was wondering about that.
Well, I put clothes on for that pick. I had no pants on and I put them on for that pick.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, Cam. Congratulations.
Good to be back.
I was excited to have you back, and now that you got the W.
I like the new stew, bro. It's like a lot bigger, further away from Stien. Like it's nice out here. You're far away now. It's spacious.
Season
roomy.
2, baby. We got that season 2 money.
This is why we don't pity on.
Anyway, thanks, guys.
Tune into Penis Talk next week, Wednesdays at 3.